Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks, and somebody sent me this file. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. It actually has 1/4-inch holes for the registration mark for the camera of the laser to pick up after it's printed to be able to cut these letters out. She just told me a little bit about it, that she used, that the cut line is going to be blue, and she power clipped it. And then when she tries to break it apart, it causes her trouble. So I'm just going to do what I think should be done. I'm going to go ahead and go group. I normally don't ungroup all, but I'm going to ungroup all. And then I'm going to just delete that box. Now you can see this is a power clip. I am going to extract the contents of that power clip. I'm going to forget about this middle line, and see, that's what a power clip does. Then you're going to have these lines. I am going to do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to set my nudge factor on something. This is like 2. Let's set it on 3 inches. And we'll be able to get it right back. I'm going to nudge that out of the way, well, maybe twice. And then you can move this around. You can still see your letter, what it's going to look like, and you can move this, just don't move the E. And then select them both and intersect it. Now let's nudge that back. So that is right where it needs to be with your indexing marks. And then when you need to cut it, that's your cut line. So let's just do the L. We need to go to the top one, extract the power clip. You don't have to move this out of the way, but I just don't want anything else touching it. Select them both, intersect up and back there and back there. Do the same thing for all the letters. They're basically all the same. And see, it's leaving that, the reason I don't like power clipping, it's leaving that power clip lineage, or whatever you want to call it. This is pretty cool. It's a puzzle with letters. See, I inadvertently moved the letter. Don't do that. Move your power. You move your pattern. I need to check to see if the pattern is sharp. It is sharp as a tack. Select them both. Intersect. They're exactly where they need to be in that indexing line. Now, well, the A is going to be the same thing. The barn itself is a little bit different. And let's just get this. And since I ungrouped all, I am going to use the freehand pick tool, and not to get the registration mark. And I'm going to Control G to group it. Now, I don't know how far this is nudged down, so we're just going to place it not really by eyeball. We're going to try to place it somehow perfectly. You could probably just get close enough. You could actually, to make it perfect, this is just a suggestion, you could ungroup it for just a second and give it a boundary. Nudge that boundary out of the way, and there's your new boundary. Then you could actually get, well, don't have to get rid of it. Let's see if we can't put that. See how it snapped to it? It snapped where it needs to be. So now you've got a reference to where this needs to be. Control G to group it together. And you could probably do this several ways, but I think that's going to be close enough. Now, remember, we have that other line in there we want to get rid of. So I would nudge that out of the way, get that line and just delete it. Nudge this right back. I did something wrong. Nudge that right back to where it needs to. Let's delete that. Let's delete this outer box. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and do the A is the same pattern as the E. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to nudge this A over a couple of times. And to do this with the Intersect tool, what we need to do is take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in and nudge it over and use that A. You're going to want to use that blue. I don't know what blue that is. So you need to, when you're doing it, make sure. Because if you don't do that when you intersect, that won't look like that. And what's so good about the nudge key, we can just nudge it right over there. And really and truly, because we nudge this, we probably nudge that back. Now that's in two parts. So my suggestion on printing this, let's just get everything else out of the way. So you've got your registration marks. I'm going to turn off your indexing lines. And you print this on your printer. What you can do to maybe make it a little easier step is take each one of the outlines, grab them, because you're going to use those for cutting. You don't forget that part. And then group these together. Control G. So you could print that, I'm thinking. I'm not for sure if she needs an A outline for printing. I don't think so. So you could use that for printing. And because we've nudged, I hate to delete them, but I'm going to go and delete them. I wouldn't delete them if I was you. Because we've nudged, when you put in your laser, and that is a pretty cool feature. I have not ever worked with a laser that has that capability. And then you can just cut this. Because evidently the camera of the laser picks up these. I thought the registration marks had to be some sort of tricky lines, but I guess it just sees these dots. I truly hope that helped her. If not, she'll let me go and or let me know and we'll investigate further. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.